Hello and welcome to the news on Pace TV. My name is Stella Ene-Iyang. The Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 6, Baba Bolanta, has said that there would be massive deployment of men of the police and other security agencies in Rivers State in the coming days. AIG Bolanta, who was in the company of heads of other security agencies, made a statement during his first official visit to the Rivers State Police Command, Port Harcourt, the state's capital, on Tuesday. The AIG said that the new move was to stabilize the security situation in the state and ward off any wave of security tension. It is also expected that decisions made at the meeting will boost efforts to deal with the wave of crime and criminality in the state. The Chief Judge of Osun State, Justice Bolanle Adekbele Ojo, has ordered the release of 23 prison inmates under Special Provision Act. The Chief Judge said that slow pace of investigation, of judicial dispensation and delay in investigation procedures by police have been fingered as the major factors responsible for the congestion in most Nigerian prisons. She made the statement at the Ilesha and Ile-Ife medium prisons in the state on Tuesday. The officer in charge of the Ile-Ife medium prison, Aja Gono Matthew, said that it was unfortunate that out of the 210 inmates in the prison, 178 of them were on the awaiting trial list. Justice Adekbele Ojo then appealed for the special sessions periodically to speed up the judicial process and make room for inmates. President Muhammadu Buhari has accepted the resignation of the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Alhaji Dikko Abdullahi. With the acceptance, Abdullahi is expected to proceed on voluntary retirement from today, Tuesday, the 3rd of November 2015. Alhaji Abdullahi recalled that on assumption of office, he articulated a 6-point agenda which he vigorously pursued. He further indicated that the agenda had positively impacted on the efficiency and performance of offices of the service and had drastically changed the negative perception of the service. A human rights group called Center for Human Rights and Social Justice has called on the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to prosecute the Oni-elect of Ife, Prince Adeyeye Ogunwusi, based on the allegations of forgery. Chairman of the group, Mr. Adeniyi Suleiman, in a letter written to the chairman of the EFCC, noted that the allegations were weighty and they ought to be thoroughly investigated. Suleiman said the allegation of fraudulent conversation and the obtaining of 400 million naira against Ogunwusi and his company should not be swept under the carpet. The group further threatened to get court injunction to compel the EFCC to prosecute Ogunwusi if the commission fails to begin prosecution after 7 days of receipt of the letter. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, yesterday declared Mr. Abdul Rashad Maina, former chairman of the Pension Reform Tax Team, wanted. The commission, in a statement by its spokesperson Wilson Uwujaren, said Maina was wanted for his role in the fraudulent biometric contract through which himself and former head of service Steve Oronsaye and 2 others allegedly stole the sum of 2 billion naira of pension funds. Maina was on July 21, 2015 charged alongside Oronsaye, Osarenko Afe and Frederick Hamilton of Global Services Limited before a federal high court on a 24-count charge bordering on procurement, fraud and obtaining by false pretense. The commission sources said last night that they had since been making damning revelations of several opaque transactions through which Maina allegedly lined his pockets at the expense of thousands of helpless pensioners. The commission then employed anyone with information, as EFCC has declared Maina wanted over 2 billion naira pension scam on Maina's whereabouts, to contact any of its offices across Nigeria. The federal government of Nigeria has given a clue to what might have killed a 21-year-old male student of the University of Calabar who was suspected to have died of the Ebola deadly virus. The government indicated that the deceased actually died of metallic poisoning. The permanent secretary in the Federal Ministry of Health, Mr. Linus Awute, noted that the clarification was made after receiving the result of confirmation test on the cause of death of the deceased. The first set of bodies from the plane crash in Egypt, in which all 224 passengers, most of whom were Russians, died over the weekend, arrived in St. Petersburg early on Monday morning aboard a Russian government plane. The crashed Airbus A321 plane, operated by Russian airline Royal Mania, was carrying holidaymakers from the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh to Petersburg when it crashed in the Sinai Peninsula on Saturday morning. Russian officials have said the plane likely broke up in mid-air, but have stressed that it is too early to draw conclusions. You're still on to the news on Pace TV. Coming up next is business. Don't go anywhere. Good to have you back. The total sum of 17.7 billion naira has been raised by the Nigerian Employerss PLC under its 3-year 100 billion naira commercial paper program. The 17.7 billion naira has a yield of 12.50% per annum. According to Nigerian Employerss PLC, the offer, which closed on October 8th, following strong institutional investor participation, demonstrates confidence in the company. The finance director of the company, Mark Rittenhouse, also disclosed that the transaction provides the company the ability to periodically assess alternative debt funding at rates which are reflective of money market and treasury bill yields. Nigerian Employerss Consultative Association (NECA) has expressed worries over the failed road networks across the country, stressing that it constitutes grave danger to the life of citizens as well as the economy at large. This disclosure was made by the Director General of NECA, Mr. Olusegun Oshinawo, in a statement where he also lamented that the worst hit were the 194,000-kilometer network of federal roads that have deteriorated over the years and cut off many states and communities. The employers' body reiterated that in spite of the vast opportunities in the Nigerian business environment and the potentials for Nigeria to emerge as a big player in the world economic scene, the continued neglect of critical infrastructure like good road network, complemented by an effective integrated transportation system, would continue to hinder the development of the economy. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, is to raise a total sum of 122.95 billion naira through treasury bills with periods ranging from 3 months to 1 year. The Central Bank of Nigeria on Monday, the 2nd of November 2015, disclosed that it would raise 45.17 billion in the 3-month bill, 23.43 billion in the 6-month, and 54.35 billion naira in the 1 year using the Dutch auction system. Money market traders have been quoted by Reuters as saying that yields on the papers are expected to be lower than the returns at the last auction held on October the 24th, where yields on the 3-month paper were 8.49%, the 6-month debt attracted 10.15%, and the 1-year paper fetched 10.81%. The expectation of lower yields were based on the prevailing returns on the secondary market and the high level of liquidity in the money market. Coming up next is sports news. Good to have you back. Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa and his predecessor Vincent Eyama have been omitted from 2015 CAF Awards list released yesterday. Ahmed and Eyama were listed in the initial 37-man shortlist before it was screened down to 10. Last year, winner Yaya Toure tops the list, seeking to surpass Samuel Eto'o's record by winning the title the 5th time. Toure will have to contend with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Andrew Ayew, Yacine Brahimi, and Amen Abdennour. Others in the list are Mudata Elab Ibrahim, Mohamed Salah, Sadiq Mane, Serge Aurier, and Sofiane Feghali. The winner will be decided by the coaches or technical directors of the National Association affiliated to CAF. Nwankwo Kanu was the last Nigerian to have won the award since its inception, 1992. The awards gala would be held on Thursday, the 7th of January 2016 in Abuja, Nigeria. Still on sports, the Secretary General of Nigerian Tennis Federation, NTF, Mrs. Gloria Ekwempu Chinunwuko, has said that players are battle ready for Governors Cup Lagos Tennis Championship. She said yesterday that the enthusiasm showed by players was so high, judging from the continuous inquiries about how to get invitation letters for visas procurement from the Nigeria embassies around the world. Ekwempu informed that her office had been receiving calls even during the weekend for these players who want to be part of the show in Lagos this December. It's still the news on Pace TV. Coming up next is entertainment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Chimamanda Adichie has just bagged another important recognition with her novel Half of a Yellow Sun, which was voted the best novel written by a woman in the last decade by British Broadcasting Corporation BBC's Woman's Hour program. Half of a Yellow Sun was in strong contest with many other books authored by people such as Rose Timmins, Madeline Miller, and many other strong authors. And that has been the news on Pace TV. Thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Stella Ene Iyang. Bye for now.